So look how these gorgeous earrings turned out, and I'm going to show you how I made faux turquoise earrings using kitchen and bath
so this time we're going to make some dangly, like large hoop style earrings. I don't want to say hoop. They're kind of going to be like ovals with like a hole in them where they hang, and we're going to do a pierced pair as well. So these are going to be made out of kitchen and bath caulk. Going to be super cute. And they're gonna be metallic. So hey, go get your supplies together. Let's go make some super cutesy earrings, okay? Let's do it.
So here you see me kind of fighting with this tube to get everything squeezed out. And so there probably was a lot more buildup in there than I thought there was right in the tube. So just know that whenever you get your caulk and you're gonna start working with it again after it's been closed up for a while, that you'll have to get it warmed up and probably dig a little bit of the like beginning parts of it out. So here we are, I'm starting to spread it out. And the idea I kind of had in mind was to create like a circular, it was gonna be a circular earring. But then after it started drying and it was so gloopy gloppy, I couldn't really decide what shape it was gonna take. So I figured the easiest thing to do was to spread it all out, get similar or close to the shape that I was interested in, and then just use the nozzle to like spread it out and to spread it thin. So that's what you see me doing.
Okay, you guys, so I was fighting to squeeze that out. I don't know why, but it just seemed like it was harder to get out. So now what I'm doing is I put it on this green plastic top that I have. It goes to some things that hold beads and whatnot. So what I'm doing now is I'm just making the hole a lot larger, the way I want it to hang as an earring. So I also want this to be like a lot longer. So what you can do is let it dry a little bit and then just mess with it, get it the way you want it. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna be able to use what do you call that thing, honey? Like a razor blade to peel it off, because this dries pretty non-sticky like. So while it's wet, of course, it's really sticky. So I'm just kind of shaping it like I want. And what I'm gonna do is another one right beside it. And so you have to squeeze really hard. So it does take a lot of pressure to squeeze it all out. It's not wanting to act right nuts, but just drag it out. And then you can shape it as you go along. Well, this stuff is so fun to work with. And then it comes in clear. I think I told you that in the last video. So now it's starting to come out. What I'm gonna do is, like I said, when I was off camera with the other one that's over there, I just started shaping it in a round circle like I wanted it. And then I just kept moving it out and moving it around. And I'm gonna make it as large as I want it. And then after it dries for the most part, again, I'm gonna clear out in there, and then I'm gonna have the shape that I want where I can drill a hole up here and paint it and design it and all that. So I'm gonna go squeeze some more of this out and be right back. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. I know it's not looking like much, but it's kind of moldable and shapeable. So like I've been messing around with it with my fingers and with toothpicks, but again, it still can be kind of sticky. So what I'm gonna do is give it time to dry. And then I figured we could use a drill and a file of some sort to kind of shape that around, but I got them as close to the same shape as possible so that when I go for them to hang, you know, because look, you can touch it and it's kind of tacky, but not sticky. So I like working with this stuff. So I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna peel it off. I'm gonna do my best to kind of make these kind of smooth up here the same, but you wanna keep some texture to it. And I'm gonna use like some metallic colors, like I found a metallic gold and I have a silver. So we're gonna do something like that as a design. So let's let it dry and then I'll be back so we can start shaping it and messing with it. But for the most part, we're not gonna file any of this down. We're gonna wanna keep all that texture in there. Be back. So if you didn't see my last video, I was just reading the back of the tube. So it says if not caulking around the bathtub, store at temperatures above freezing, cooler temperature and higher humidity will prolong cooling time, and then maybe paint it when fully cured within 72 hours. So of course, if you're using this in wet areas, which we're not, we're making earrings, But I did let my last ones dry for about 2 days, but it's saying 72 hours, but you're gonna be able to tell when it's dry to the touch. And again, you probably could speed this up a little bit with a hair dryer, just FYI.
So it took about 2 days for everything to dry, but it was still kind of soft. Not soft like it wasn't dry, but kind of flimsy. So I glued some wooden pieces to the back because I wanted to have more stability. Because if you're gonna be wearing it, you know, it is silicone. So that means that it is gonna have some bend and flexibility to it because it goes in a wet environment. So these are the paint choices that I made. At first I was gonna do like a metallic kind of design, but then I decided, well, why don't I just do turquoise? So now I've decided to do a faux turquoise design. I have my paints out, decided to use my palette and a fluffy brush. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start dotting the paint on. And here I decided, you know, because I did glue it to a wooden back, that I'm gonna need some type of design element to put there in the middle. Because if it would have dried hard enough, I would have been able to just put my ring through it like I had planned to. So I decided to give it like a Western button style bead. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They are the coolest beads. And I had used them in a previous video when I was making Southwest jewelry, or similar to Southwest jewelry. My version of it, I should say. So here I am, and I'm just gonna start dotting on the teal, the turquoise paint. I have like a really pretty cobalt blue. There's another ocean breeze color, I think it's called. Then there's the black paint. Oh, sorry y'all, I'm doing this video late, so I got just a little sleepy. And so here I am just dotting everything out. I'm gonna be quiet so you can watch me do the painting on it. But I had so much fun making these earrings, and so they won't take long to dry at all. And I decided to do all of the turquoise painting first, or faux turquoise painting first, before gluing the little disc down in the middle. So that way I could make sure to put paint underneath it, so that way in case there was some spaces around the bead, then it wouldn't show. Also, I previously drilled the holes and I did not yet paint the back. So let's just watch. Now you may hear some noise in the background because my family is just noisy, but that's okay because I love my family. I love being with them, and that's just, you know, I have a loud home. So keep watching. That's my new ring, you guys. Oh, no, it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, so look how beautiful they turned out. I've already glued down the little disc, and so now what I'm doing is I'm adding some off-white accents to the silver disc just so they stand out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic on those or not, but I am definitely gonna put it on the earrings